I've got to press record. Right, give me a second. Hang on. That burp just completely took me out.
Has that effect?
Yeah. Right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, hang on. Need to press the button properly. Oh shit! Has anyone tweeted out? Let me tweet out.
I don't have TweetDeck set up. I need to get the login for it because Jay's going to kill me for asking for all these passwords.
Did that tweet out? Hang on a second. I'm just checking if that went through. I swear by the moon and the star.
And the sky.
Dan, your
no, that didn't work. What?
Your steak was bad enough. Stinging alongside it's not helping matters, man. Come on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hang on a second. Let me just do the go live video.
Oh, also another thing before you jump on the show. Did you see about the new custom GIF maker that Gaming Careers did for tweeting out that you're going live?
Oh, I think I did. That's old, that one, isn't it?
Not that old, only about a week or two old.
A week or two.
So that one, I'm designing one of them as well for the socials.
Oh, look at you! Check you out. My tweet deck didn't work for some reason. Right, sorry, gents. Fucking there I was moaning about getting ready, and
okay, it's all right, Dan. We're used to it.
Are you sure? I mean, I try and make us a legitimate entity.
Do you though? Do you really?
I try. I said. Right, here we go. Podcast. Your job. Fucking tweet out, you cocksucker.
He's so angry. You realise we're live on YouTube as well, Dan. Yeah.
That's right. You're allowed to say that word. You're just not allowed to say anything.
Game on, cocksuckers.
Recording in progress.
Fucking stupid. Does that need to pop off everything? There we go.
Okay.
That's weird. That's new, that is. Normally, I don't know, I'm always recording.
Yeah,
Dan,
right, okay.
Your picture for Twitter is terrible. You've got like one eye like this.
I know. Anyway, shush. I'm going live now.
Lazy eye boy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Xbox Tavern's X-Pod Tavern, episode 34. I am your host, Dan, and joining me this week is Ian.
Hello.
Ross.
It's coming, Rome.
No, get out.
Graham.
Get out.
Hello.
Guys, we could kick him out if I didn't hand over all the controls to him, so we can't kick him out.
Let's not talk about that depressing night
No,
again.
let's not. That was unfair. Sorry.
Right, we won't address the elephant in the room. Other than that, how are you, gents? How are you doing?
Well, yeah, all right. I was happily drinking
Melancholy.
until we lost, and then I was like, well, I'm going to be hungover tomorrow. So I guess that's a silver lining.
I've got a 2-day hangover from Saturday. It's not good. It's not good.
What did you do Saturday?
Went to a wedding.
It was at a
I
wedding.
made a fool of myself.
Well, that's normal for you, though, when you're drunk, isn't it?
True. They had a photo booth, and I was in everybody's photo.
You're one of those who like stealth picture. Oh, hello, I'm your best friend.
Hello there.
I did one where I ran, jumped, tried to get the top end of the picture, missed, and landed into a sofa. It was not my funnest moment. Anyway, let's get into some housekeeping. You can review us on Apple Podcasts, and you can be just like our friend. I need to find the review because I was obviously not waiting to do this earlier.
Well done, Daniel.
Thank you. You can be like our friend Tuki87, and he says, the best gaming podcast around. Listen to it without fail every week. Excellent, light-hearted banter and really informative too. Even like even like listening to the weird Scottish guy too. Thank you ever so much. So if you want to make a comment about Ross or any of the other hosts, go to Apple Podcasts and review us. Remember, we only read out the 5 stars. Thank you.
That's just so you know, that's all the reviews because they're all 5-star reviews. So
Exactly. And
We should have got to mention that Jamie's not here, but
yeah,
I mean that's just,
we're just a man down. It's fine.
We're a man.
He's not
down.
really that miss, is he? Hi, Jamie.
Right. So he
So
was
old,
the
he's
streaker
Scotland.
at Wembley.
Yeah, he's currently
and-
doing a night in jail.
Yeah, he's doing a night in jail, and they're telling him what for. No, Jamie is away. Yes, I forgot to mention that. He'll be back next week, and hopefully we'll be back at our regular scheduled time of Sunday at 8 p.m.
I can't believe he did that streaking on Wembley. What a legend.
I know. He could have at least got it out though. Right.
Yeah.
Also, one more plug.
Plug.
Talk about getting it out. Patreon.com/Xbox Tavern. If you wish to support the podcast, send us some of your special money and we'll give you more. I don't know of what, but more content. We'll give you everything we've got. So thank you.
Cool.
Thanks.
Also, Jamie couldn't be the streaker. He wears underwear. Jamie doesn't.
It's fine.
Yeah.
The guy only took his top off.
Guys, Ian, how do you know that he doesn't wear underwear?
Oh, I don't want to tell that story.
Yeah.
Okay.
He hasn't for a long time, put it that way.
You know too.
He's
this
got
is
no
different.
knickers on.
Right. Oh my god! Right, we're going into our first story, and unfortunately, I've clicked out of it, so I don't know where I'm going with this at all. We're going for the all access story. So Xbox dropped last week. They got the guys who sung "I Swear" and remixed it to Xbox All Access, all for one. It's all there. They've made a huge, funny attempt at doing the 90s throwback, trying to get you to obviously upgrade to your new console. Have you guys watched the video to this?
I'm currently watching it for the first time as we're putting it out.
It is.
Wow.
It is cheese. It is so 90s on point.
It's a bit extra.
Commercial. Oh, it's fantastic. I love it. Like the candlelight dinner for one, as she then picks up her controller and starts playing. I mean, even the guys are getting in on it and
The
pretending.
candle's a nice touch.
It's wicked. Dinner for one. It's it's amazing, and I love this song. This is one of my favorite songs. Do you think this is the right kind of marketing trend? So that
it's fun, isn't it? It's fun marketing these days now. It's to get people noticing. It's either bad marketing, which is like get people noticed, or this good funny marketing.
Yeah. So I feel that they're hitting the right kind of generation of the 90s. You're trying to get the older adult, aren't you, to jump in and jump on board with Xbox. So all the people that will remember the 90s commercials, this is for them. I can see like the love in Ross's eyes. He's watching this video.
I'm sat watching it thinking, it's
I think he's in love with the girl more than
it's certainly an interesting look for an advert for Xbox. Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. So I just wanted to bring up. I mean, it's not our news story of the week or topic of the week, but I thought this was the best light-hearted thing I saw on the internet last week that we needed to just touch on. Would you guys, if you didn't get your console kind of day one, would you have gone, or did you go for the all access upgrades?
I originally had planned on doing all access, and then because on day of launch just no website was working for anything to try and get any access to anything, we ended up finding it somewhere that we could only just buy it straight out. So that's the reason we went down that route. But my original plan was to go down the all access route.
Was it cash in hand from the back of a van?
Pretty much. Yeah. That's how does Scott steal with things. Just
got cash.
Trading the battered Mars bars for.
Pretty much, yeah. 2 litre bottle of Iron Brew and a battered Mars bar, and you're sorted. Gets you anything in Scotland.
Old school Iron Brew, not the new stuff.
You don't get
it.
You don't get the 1901 stuff in 2 litre bottles, Daniel. Keep up to date with the proper events. That's only in the glass bottles you get that.
Oh, okay, look at the connoisseur.
Damn right.
Graham,
he knows his Iron Brew.
Would you go for the all access?
Me personally, probably not. I like my Series X. I like having discs so I can rent games and stuff. So for me, it's probably not work for me. I like the flexibility of just doing things on my own. But I can see the appeal for people and how it definitely would work for some.
Good. Sorry, Graham, what about yourself?
Yeah, I was trying to remember exactly what it all entailed. Was it like you paid in monthly installments, wasn't it?
Yeah, so monthly installments. So it's either £20.99 in the UK for 24 months, and you get you bag yourself a Series S console and 24 months of Game Pass, or for £28.99, you get yourself the Series X and obviously Game Pass.
Yeah, I think, did they not work out that based on the price of the Game Pass and the price of the console, you're actually cheaper doing it?
Right, so I I did a quick calculation. If you got the Series X, you work out to like 600 and something odd pound, and I couldn't remember how much Game Pass was. So I vaguely remember they dropped this deal. Was it before the Series X and S launched?
They announced it before that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the time, I believe you got 3 years of Game Pass, and it essentially gave you Game Pass for free
Yeah.
because you were trading in your console as well. So I can't remember the exact details.
I think the calculation works out like a year for free.
So that you do
Something
get
like that.
something, don't you? Yeah. There's no it's 0 APR, but it's Clarantine or Clara X or whatever.
Klarna, the Swedish company.
Yeah, who are in everywhere at the moment.
Yeah.
So if you like your JD Sports and stuff like that, you've probably used them before. But yeah, that's
Looks
it.
like it involves sending your old kit back to them as well. So, doesn't it?
That was on the last one. On this one, I haven't looked.
Yeah, I
It
hadn't
just
seen that.
I think on this one it is just a straight out. You get the console for that mobile phone-esque.
Yeah, that's what
payment
I
plan.
read it as. It was basically a mobile phone, but it was a games console.
If you had the old All Access bundle, you'll send that one back. But if you're like just doing it, you don't need to.
Yeah, if you did it before the refresh, you give that one back and you get the new one, wasn't it? That was the deal.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've confused everyone, and they're all like,
Yeah. It's only because I was looking at the upgrade, and I took Game Up on their sort of upgrade deal, so I swapped my Xbox One for an S. So I have one of those as well.
Yeah, it's 24-month credit. So
check you out. Funny enough, you're talking about the S. This will be possibly interesting to you. Xbox Series S goes mobile with X screen on Kickstarter. Ian, I'm hoping you know a lot more than this than I do, because I'm just going to read the headlines. But okay, essentially comes down. They've made a TV screen that plugs into the back of your Series X, and you can play your Xbox more or less without a TV. So if you do go on business trips, or if you're like Jay, who travels 4 nights a week, you can play with your Series X without hooking it up to the TV. At the moment, it's in Australia, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Australian made, but they're going to obviously they're going it worldwide, so it'll ship worldwide. That's why they're on a Kickstarter campaign to kind of get the, I guess to make it possible.
Yeah, so I think they were looking for, I'm just trying to scroll down, sorry. So they're looking for, I think it was just under £7,000, and they're at the moment, currently, 61, that we'll call it 62,000, let's round up, guys. £62,000. There's 24 days left to go. So if you want to kind of jump in and back this and grab yourself basically a pretty cool little monitor that plugs into the back of your Xbox Series X, jump in.
S, not X.
S, sorry, S.
You can't make that behemoth even bigger.
Yeah, I was going to say,
exactly.
That's a chunky boy to carry around.
Could you imagine? And you would have to you'd have to put it sideways. So some of these pledges start at what, $250, which is approximately 189 pounds. So I've got USD here. I can't see the pounds.
I think it worked out about £189 when I was looking at it.
I think the conversion rate's not brilliant. Anyway, is it?
Having a look at that there, my only concern was what the screen was going to be like, and then just obviously watching that video saying it's got integrated speakers in it, and then it's also got a 1080/60 screen, so pretty much perfect for what you would want in the Series S. You're not worried.
It's top level screen for the Series S.
Yeah, you're not worried about the 4K fit and things like that. I mean, I'd happily sacrifice, like, instead of having a 4K 30, I'd happily have a 18 or a 1080/60.
But for gaming on the go, I mean, this is pretty good. I mean, it all depends, I guess, how badly you want the fidelity and everything else in your gaming console. But I mean, looking at this sits flush with your console, doesn't it? So
and it doesn't look bulky. It doesn't look like it adds massive amounts of girth to the whole console.
I think it was I think it was like 2 centimeters out, and that's it. At top of it, it's like less. I think like 5 millimeters.
Yeah, I mean, I can live with that quite easily.
So yeah, it's like a laptop. It folds in.
Yeah.
So when you plug it in.
Yeah, it does seem like a sweet idea.
It's pretty cool, and it's just got all you have to do on the back. You just plug in the power cable, and from that powers the whole console.
Yeah, and it's original Series S power cable. It's not like a fancy doodah one.
Okay,
You plug in the original one.
So that's pretty cool. Would this be if you guys were thinking about traveling or going on I guess prime example, going on holiday at some point? Would this be something you'd get if you had the Series S?
Yeah.
I mean, if I took this and going on holiday, my missus would probably kill me. But
Yeah, I was about to say, taking holidays.
It'd be extreme on the sun lounger back on a Series S in my lap. You got a plug socket, mate? Yeah, plug it in there. Cool.
I've got my own extension lead.
Yeah, exactly. I was on the sun lounger, drinking a nice pina colada.
Damn right.
No. Bartender, one more.
I mean, like doing like a 7 and a bit hour flight to New York, that would be like perfect. Just prop up your Xbox and that's you.
You have to plug it in somewhere, don't you?
But usually planes like that have plug sockets built under the chairs. So.
Oh, could you imagine doing Flight Simulator on that?
On the plane.
Doing your flight.
On the plane.
Yeah. It would try to race
I
the
wonder if they
pilot.
did like battery packs as well. I imagine you would go.
I think a battery pack for that would be a chunky boy.
Yeah, I guess that would be.
I think that would suck it down big time, wouldn't it? There would be no extra room.
No.
And they're quite fortunate that the S is silent as anything, because if that was in any way noisy, it would kind of ruin it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just a fan whirring if you're trying to play.
Because as much as that screen's got integrated speakers in it, they're not going to be the best, are they? They're going to be like little sort of tweaker type ones that are in it.
No, but you can plug in speakers.
But you don't need to. You
not
plug
speak, I mean headphones.
From your controller, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, of course you can Bluetooth to your controller
Bluetooth
as well.
controller as well. So you would just do sort of like the Steel Series side, and just that be you.
It's a really, really cool concept. I hope it kind of takes off because I vaguely read there was one. Was it the PlayStation had one donkeys ago?
I think they had like a massive back. It looked like more of a suitcase, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was something really daft. But these look really good, and if they can get like the mass market to jump in, I mean, they've launched at the wrong time, or possibly the right time. We're potentially being allowed out next week.
Yeah.
But
but then I suppose
that's perfect because you're allowed out next week, so now you can go on holiday.
Yeah.
Therefore, you'll be traveling with this.
Exactly, because if you're stuck in the house, then why do you need a portable screen? You just use your TV.
Yeah.
So who knows?
What do you know, Daniel? What do you know?
Yeah.
Well,
you can't even cook steak.
Yeah, exactly.
I was literally going to say that as you mentioned it. Cheers for that. So we're all in agreement then. If we were traveling, if we had the Series S, we'd be grabbing this.
I am super tempted to pick one up.
Definitely. If I had a Series S, I'd be straight in on it.
And Graham, would you leave the house to get one, or you're not bothered?
Yeah, well, I don't leave. Well, as I say, I don't leave the house often. Makes me sound like a hermit, but no. Obviously, you need the right conditions to sort of take it with you, and yeah, there is a chance.
I'm thinking work when I'm meant to be working.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see myself sitting in like the back corner of my workplace when there's no customers around. Just
so I'd sit there. I was going to say, oh, nothing. It's nothing. No. Just...
As the pad's rumbling in your pocket.
Yeah. Also, for reference for our listeners,
I don't have vibration on my controllers.
If what?
Oh yeah, that's terrible. I turn it all off every game.
The fuck?
So I've heard it for first-person shooters. Yeah, turn them off. But anyway, go on.
I know everything now. Vice and games, every game. There's got a ability to turn off vibration. It's off straight away.
On our going live tweet, can we get a poll started underneath for people's thoughts on if that's how a steak should look? In fact, that's not even doing it justice. It's far too not pink enough.
I'm sure my light messed that up.
But that's That's what you stick by that excuse, Daniel. You do you, man.
Yeah, so I guess drop a comment and I'll delete it as soon as I see it. Yeah, I'm back all this week, so I'll be on the Twitters. I'll be on the comments. Right, guys, have you heard or seen Jason Schreier's tweet?
He's had quite a few.
Well, he has. This one in particular, the future of Assassin's Creed is live service. Ubisoft Montreal and Quebec have teamed up for Assassin's Creed Infinity, a huge platform plan to have multiple settings, but after the reorg, several men accused of abusing the system in charge. So that's kind of two tweets in one there. So Assassin's Creed as a live service game. this feels dirty. Graham, how do you feel about an Assassin's Creed as a live or having live service? Well, massive elements to their game.
They've kind of been sort of leaning towards that ever since the last couple of games. When they had the multiplayer of sort of online play with
Unity.
Assassin's Creed. Yeah, so ever since that, you can see that, okay, they're literally sort of testing the waters there because they know it's coming. It all seems that everyone wants to have a go at it and dabble in it. I mean, the next thing was either a live service or a bloody battle royale Assassin's Creed.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Just everybody hiding in haystacks.
Yeah. It'd literally be the final circle and you'd be just like dead silent because no one wants to move.
Exactly. So there was one or two ways they could have gone, but that's where they went.
I mean, I think the thing is, like, with the live service aspect, see if they keep the single player side exactly as an Assassin's Creed game. I think this is actually the right direction. Assassin's Creed were going through, they've changed it a wee bit now, but they went through a point where every year you had an Assassin's Creed game. And basically it was copy and paste. Game looked very similar, set in a different location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is live service. That's exactly what that is. It's like how FIFA should be. FIFA, Football Manager, Assassin's Creed. These year-in-year games should be Assassin's Creed, and that's all it's called. And then you get
Update,
season 12,
2000,
season 13, and it's the next game is, so we start season 1. What did they say? What did they think it was going to be? Was it the Crusades? They think the next one's going to be.
Oh, I haven't seen the rumors.
That's when the first one was. That's
The
very first one
not the
through
Crusades. What was it? It wasn't the Crusades.
Are they going into the future for the next one? There was something they were going, or modern day time.
I can't remember where it was, but basically they have that, and then season 2 is they maybe tweak it a little bit graphically, like they do with Destiny, and then it's in Japan, and it's a brand new 60-hour game, but it can come out 18 months after the first one. As long as the first one's constantly getting new content, whether it be DLC, whether it be additional random story missions, like The Witcher does it great. The Witcher did their DLCs, so they had their Blood and Wine, and then Heart of Stone was like their 2 big DLCs, but they constantly added new missions. And a side mission in Witcher can take 30-40 minutes for just one side mission based on how big they design it. If they keep having new things like that added into the game, people won't mind that because they're constantly getting content over the course of X amount of years. And if it means that the first 2 seasons and the first 4 free little DLCs are the base price of the game, and then you get season 2, you need to have like a battle pass or a season pass that you need to purchase, but it's only say £15 and you get a new campaign. I don't think people will mind that too much because that's what Assassin's Creed basically is just now. It's a new game in a different location looking exactly the same with the same elements.
But okay, so Ian, does this then worry you that potentially this could go the other way and Ubisoft could do like the Avengers? There is your live service game, your single player game, as I air quote, and all you're getting is skins, things that are not
no content whatsoever.
Well, content, but it isn't content.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand the multiplayer aspect because that was quite good before when they did it back in the day, and it was quite well received and quite popular. And bringing that back, I don't mind. It's just I don't want it to be a cash camel where, like you say, it's get this different color blade or this different color hoodie. Like, fuck's that about?
Yeah.
See, so this is my worry that twofold that it will be something where they try and milk as much money as they can. For instance, like FIFA have done with their Ultimate Team for years. And on the side, it could also be the fact that maybe you don't get this, I don't even want to say perpetual game, this half-assed attempt at a perpetual game that doesn't necessarily work.
I think they're going for a refresh of the whole kind of franchise. I think maybe it's run its course a bit, and now they need to kind of change up a bit. And that's kind of thing you want the kind of aspect, they want to keep changing, keep evolving with what's happening, like for example, Fortnite and all that malarkey. So maybe they're kind of going with what people see popular and what people are liking. Because some people may want to change, and it's annoying, but it kind of does pique my interest a little bit because they're trying something different. I just don't want it to become a cash cow where it's like buy emotes and buy skins and all that shit.
I think one of the things I would say is, and maybe it's just my lack of knowledge about Vikings, but as much as I loved Valhalla, I thought it was a fantastic game. It missed like this could sound stupid, the big name cameos, like bumping into somebody like Cleopatra in Origins, or bumping into like the different people in Greece that you're used to hearing, like Leonidas and things like that. So like names that you're used to hearing. Vikings, as much as it was a great game, I didn't know quite a lot of the pros. I've not watched any of the Viking TV shows and things like that. So Assassin's Creed like 2 did that the best, like with the Borgias and things like that. Maybe that's because I've got a better knowledge of things like that. I felt it was better, but I feel like they've sort of, the last couple of games they've tried to do something different, and they've taken the assassin part out of the game. They've made it more just like a historic fighter type idea.
Yeah, I mean, they've lost that element of hiding.
Yeah,
I think
like
the first 3 Assassin's Creed games,
blending in the crowds and things like that, and
you had to do that, otherwise you got mullered, didn't you?
Yeah,
Unless
yeah.
you were quite quick on the kind of the parries, but it wasn't easy. This one was a kind of all-out war is the wrong word, but it felt like an all-out war. However, Vikings aren't
known for their
Assassins.
subtleness.
yeah. On both respects, aren't they? They're not known for their assassins, and they're not subtle at all. They blow the horn and then they blow straight through you.
That's why I've always thought that, like, why there's not been an Assassin's Creed Shogun edition, for example, like in feudal Japan, and having like the samurais v the peasant ninjas type idea. It would just be, that seems to like fit what an Assassin's Creed game would be perfectly.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
Like you could have the samurais, like, because as much as samurais were honourable and noble, they were the richer population. So you make them the Templar, hidden ones, whatever you want to call them, and then you make your character like pretty much like they had as a Bayek. He was a lord. He was respected by the people, but he wasn't of great nobility or anything like that. So he would be your ninjutsu type person.
Interesting. Do you think Assassin's Creed in the modern day would work, or is that just Hitman?
Yes, I mean, involving too many guns in it.
I don't like the idea.
I think that's trying to copy Hitman too much.
I don't like the idea of bringing guns and things like that. Like, I don't mind the wrist thing that Ezio had and things like that. I don't mind that, or like the one shot.
They've got pistols and stuff, haven't they?
Yeah, the one shot type, like old type pistol idea, the flintlock pistols, but not modern day type guns and things like that.
Dan wants to run around with AK-47 trying to stealth kill people.
Exactly.
It'd be so much easier for me, trust me. All right, so we're hoping that it's going to be a refresh. Is going to be good. Yeah.
It's going to be one of
potential.
two things. It's going to go really, really well.
Yeah.
The potential, or it's going to be an absolute shit show.
I mean, it's one of my favourite series, so I think I'm maybe sitting there with like sort of Ubisoft tinted glasses on, hoping that it's going to be the positive side of it, but I can see why there's valid concerns. It's like what they were saying about Dragon Age, how they were going to make Dragon Age a live service game, and people rebelled at that. I'm just hoping that Ubisoft have seen that sort of warning and realised that they really need to be on the ball for how they want to do this.
I mean, live service is great for obviously for the developer, for the company. You know, that's that influx of cash always coming through, which then gives you an impetus to keep dropping content. But obviously, if they don't do that and are just reaping the benefits from money all the time, it obviously makes people go sour. So
yes,
I guess we should wait and see. I wanted to ask actually, is there any Ubisoft title that we've seen that is a live service game, or that is
Rainbow Six Siege? Does that count?
Siege, kinda. It's the same game constantly. It's just been updated with new maps and new
characters?
operators. So technically,
And
live
skins,
service. Could you say Division?
Division would definitely
kinda
could count. Yeah, kind of count.
Okay,
and
so
then
they've got pedigree.
Not Rainbow Six. God, what was the other one? What was the one with when you were in?
Oh,
Wildlands. Is it Wildlands?
Yes. Wildlands. Did
mine's gone
Wildlands
blank.
do it?
Was it Wildlands? No, Wildlands didn't really have much add-on to it, did it? It was just your DLC.
One of them did. But they've got pedigree then, so they know. Hopefully, they should know what to do and what not to do.
I mean, if they've got the same success as they do with Siege, because Siege is an utterly fantastic game, and it's how old now? 8 years old or something. Siege.
Oh yeah, it's a game that's been going for
It's a long-standing
ages.
game. So if it's as good as that, based in the Assassin's Creed genre, then I'm game for that.
Good. All right. So we're getting into the last news story of today. Unfortunately, it didn't come home, and FIFA 22 is not coming to next gen unless you pay some extra money. That was a terrible segue.
That was
I
horrible,
that was
Dan. That
horrible.
was terrible.
I
mean-
where is he going with this?
I mean, I loved
Yeah.
from the sort of all access into the screen. That was perfect, but that was Dan, you've
Yeah, that
butchered
was-
that. You've
that was-
butchered that worse than you butchered your steak.
Do you want to give another go? Give one more.
No,
give one more
no,
try. One more
particularly.
try.
No,
He's
I'm not gonna.
Toys
I'm
are at
not
the
gonna burn
pram.
it. Yeah,
It's a Rashford
Wow.
penalty of a
Yeah.
segue.
there's a. It was terrible. Right. Anyway, so bear with me. This comes with a caveat. So, FIFA 22 will not come with a next gen upgrade. Only if you buy.
You've
I
butchered
think
that as well,
it's-
Dan.
Have I butchered that one?
Yeah.
Go on. You do this for me then.
So, unlike FIFA 21, that when you bought the game, once the next gen console came out, you could, or once you had the next gen console and they eventually dropped it X amount of time after the game launched, you could upgrade to the next gen console for free, or next game version for free. This year, they're doing something a little bit different. So, if you have something like a Xbox One, or a PS4 or PS4 Pro or things like that, you will pay $59.99 to buy the game. And then if you end up getting your hands on a PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, whatever it may be, you then have to pay extra another £30 to basically get the Ultimate Edition to then get access to your next gen upgrade. Now, people who already have the Series X or the PS5, you have to pay $69.99 to buy the game, but it will be the next gen version of the game. So hence the difference in the price. So it's
That was
Yeah.
much better than the way I was explaining it. Thank you so much. So, what's your feeling about this? Is this kind of the who did this dirtiness? It was 2K, wasn't it, with NBA?
Yeah.
Is this another kind of 2K? Unfortunately, we're going to pull people's trousers down, or do you think it's that's not the standard? Is the wrong word, but is this going to become the standard now? FIFA have
I say
put
yes,
this forward.
and I'm for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
As controversial as that sounds, people, and it's not me being the big I am because I've got both versions of the next gen console, but developers can't constantly keep thinking about the previous gen. They can't keep designing games with the mindset of, well, we need to make sure this runs on the previous gen. That's as games progress and graphics and technology improve, you're going to want to showcase that, and you're not always want to have in the back of your mind, like Cyberpunk didn't do, this needs to look good on a previous gen console. So as maybe up my own backside as it sounds, I feel like people who haven't got the next gen, if you want to then experience that, unfortunately, you're going to have to start paying a premium for it. Developers can't be stuck in the past and only want to can't always think about every single iteration of a console. They need to think about what they've got as the newest version of what they'll be building their future games on. And that's why, as much as you're having to pay a wee bit extra to get the next gen version compared to a standard version, there should be a premium if you want to stay on the previous to then move forward.
So do you feel their grace has gone then? That they gave us that grace last year.
By the time this game comes out, it's going to be almost a year. And now I get there's been a lot of supply, but I can almost guarantee, again, not sounding bad, I can almost guarantee that I could go online just now and I could find a PS5 and I could find a Series X. It might be a wee bit difficult. I might need to do rummaging around on various different websites. I might need to be keeping my eye out on a price drop ready to roll, but within 28 to 40 hours, I could have a new console. And I just feel like that's now been a year albeit not being completely easy to get one in that year, it's still been a year, and developers can't keep looking back the way.
Ian, I feel you've got some. You're very against what Ross said right at the beginning, but I feel you may have changed your mind. What are you thinking?
Not entirely sure, you know.
He makes a good point.
Yeah.
What was your first thoughts then?
I mean, our first thought was like, yeah, okay, it's annoying that, you know, you got to pay extra for an upgrade. But then you're right. I know if you want a new version, you kind of get with the times, but then just, it's not many people are buying. If they're buying the old version, they'll probably have the old console for a long period of time before the newer version comes out for next season. So you might as well just wait till the season after, then buy the new version. Because there's not going to be much massive difference, is there?
I mean, the new version, the new version, like, it's not massively different. It's a bit nicer, but it's not mind-blowingly different.
No, graphically tidied up, and that's probably about as much as they did.
I mean, I think like there's not many of them, but like the cutscene type ideas. So like when you first load up the next gen version, and it's got Liverpool coming off the bus for like the Champions League final against, I think it's PSG or whoever it is, and like Trent's walking off the bus and Klopp and all that. It looks fantastic, and then you see them doing their warm up, and you see like the beads of sweat and things like that, and it looks really nice in that. But when do you really look at a cutscene in FIFA?
Very rarely can press spam A until you get to the game.
Exactly. So you're not missing out on loads, but in the times where it does show you, it is a nice little improvement.
That and the load times. Way quicker.
I mean, like, I've noticed it when I'm playing like Ultimate Team, for example, or even if you're playing pro clubs. So like when you do pro clubs, you jump in and you've got like your own little pro. You get to hit 3 or 4 shots, and then it jumps into the game. You barely get one shot off before you get into the game. And then it's like Ultimate Team, like you click into play you hit advance, and it like comes up the next team, and you try and look at the team, and you maybe see like one player, and it's like, oh right, now we're in the game. I don't know who's playing on their team. I don't know if they've got golds. I don't know if they've got icons. All I seen was like, poof, all right, we're done. So the load times are a bit nicer, but again, if you're happy with your standard version or your previous gen version and how it plays and how it looks, £30 might be a bit steep, but that doesn't mean that it shouldn't be in place.
Yeah, I'm right.
You're the big FIFA player, I guess, out of the 4 of us. What do you feel bad if you're paying £60 for your next gen Series X copy and someone else has to pay?
Yeah, it's getting to that point. It was always going to happen this way, especially when it comes to EA. It's always going to happen that way.
It's always going to be EA first as well.
Yeah, I think that was why there was so much shock when they didn't charge you last year. It was like, oh, EA are being good guys.
Yeah, and the way they sort of tease you in, they always offer sort of pre-order kind of discounts to try and cheapen it slightly. And with, I suppose, EA Game Pass being as part of the Game Pass now, is probably another way to sort of knock a few other pounds off if they're going to do it this year as well.
Yeah, I think it will work out if it's 89. I think you'll get it for 71.
So is the next gen version is £70, so it's £69.99, and you'll get 10% off that. So it'll be
£69.99 and then
£62.99 or something. It'll be for the next gen version.
Yeah.
Well, here it's showing prices of 89, 59.
That's for Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, Ultimate's 90.
Yeah.
But the next gen version is £69.99, which is just your standard version, but it's the standard next gen version.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, so it's not a surprise. It is kind of steep. They have threatened the game's prices will go like this, and it's absolutely no surprise that EA have done it this way.
But I say PlayStation had it like this before. We're the only Xbox only one that actually did cheaper versions.
Yeah.
Well, the Xbox have been consumer friendly, I think, from the off, haven't they? Well, I suppose since Phil Spencer's taken over.
Yeah, I mean, I think FIFA's once, if they're going to introduce it for the next one, with this whole thing that they've now introduced with, obviously a big part of EA's income is Ultimate Team and your packs and things like that. Having now introduced this system where you can see what's in the pack, it's not like a percentage. It's not like it shows you, oh, you've got a 60% chance of getting a 75 plus rated pay and a minus or a 0.5 chance of getting an icon and things like that. You can actually click in and see every single card that you'll get in the pack.
Yeah, but remember, that's so they don't get called that they're gambling.
But that's fine. But I think that's a nice bit of transparency for the player, because I've noticed that, like, I've seen myself looking at it and going, that's a really good pack. I would be tempted to get points to buy that pack.
Yeah,
because I've seen that, like, I know they're doing this like festival of football or festival of soccer or whatever they're calling it, and I've had like quite a few 98, 99 players that have came through in the packs that I've seen and be like, oh, I'd be tempted to drop X amount of points to get that pack because it's had quite a good players in it.
Yeah.
On the flip side, I would never have bought the points going, oh, I want to buy these packs and I don't know what I'm going to get out of it.
No, true.
So I think that might work in their favour, that if they're showing a bit of transparency, you'll get more people that are willing to part with hard-earned money because they know that there's a genuine reward at the back of the paywall.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that does. You do get the people who are on the fence, and they will get them.
Yeah, but they've got everyone by the short and curlies when it comes to FIFA anyway. They know people are going to buy it. Whatever the price tag they slap on, there's always going to be a massive chunk of people buying it.
100%,
the football fans are always so in for it.
Well,
it's the same with other
key
franchises like that.
Dan's he's not been too bad in the last few years, but Dan, he will tell you some of the stories he went through and that. What was it? You were £80 a week or something?
£80 a month, I'd do.
£80 a month.
As soon as I get paid, I'll knock out £80, get a load of packs. More importantly, I was going to not buy FIFA last year, and then me and Ross started game sharing.
And you got it for nothing.
No, I think I bought FIFA because you bought. Yeah, because you bought the premium of Valhalla and
oh yeah, so I did. Yeah,
Cyberpunk, and I was like, mother, I've got to buy FIFA because he's bought these two games now. God's sake, damn it!
And the thing is, I've bought the premium version of Assassin's Creed, a game that Dan's never going to complete.
Yeah, there's no way. I've enjoyed the 15 minutes I played. It was good. Right. So let's get off the football talk and let's jump into our 30-week video game challenge. Yes, that's right. We are still rocking the 30-week video game challenge. We are on number 19. So, picture of a game setting you wish you lived in. I'm going to tweak this slightly for us. So, tell me a game that you would like to live in. I think is probably the easiest way of describing this.
Game I'd like to live in.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it depends. Like, so I had put 2, and now that I'm saying living in, I'd probably change my first one. I don't think I'd like to stay in the world of The Witcher. Can't think of that. I'm fine with that now. And then depends on what part of the world you're talking about in regards to Mass Effect. Are we talking pre or post Reaper? Because depending on where it is, I'm cool with living in the Mass Effect one. I think that'd be fantastic. But yeah, mine's I'll go for. I had put for, if we were doing a picture, I had put Ilium, which is in Mass Effect 2. It's where you go. It's the Asari city where all the big businesses are, and it's got like where you can walk out onto the first part that you see, and it's got like the massive, big, beautiful skylines with the sort of sun setting on it, and you see all these big sort of metropolis type idea. Just looks like your typical Asari world. Super advanced, looks beautiful. It seems like if you're living there, you're basically living in like Monte Carlo of the real world. If you're being honest, it's all glitz and glam. It just looks a really beautiful place to stay.
Sounds lovely. Graham.
Yeah, this was a tricky one because for the same reasons that Ross was saying. So some areas look massively great, but then they probably have monsters and all kinds of crap.
Yeah, bad thing. Like, do I really want to die?
So I picked Night City from Cyberpunk just because it just seems nice to experience that kind of future element.
Yeah,
everyone seemed a bit more socially accepting because you see all over the place different kind of, I suppose, accepted genders because you don't know who's talking like what with different voices. I mean, I played a guy with female genitalia because you could make them that way.
Yep.
And it just seems it'll way more accepting, and with obviously cybernetic implants and stuff like that, almost a Deus Ex style, you could just sort of improve certain things that people couldn't before, like the technology advance, which should be like a way of living in the future. So yeah, I just thought that would be kind of interesting to live in. with not immediate threat from monsters, but obviously still a bit of seediness going on.
We all like a bit of seediness, don't we?
Cool.
Ian, what about yourself? What are you feeling?
I'm going to be cheeky and go for 2.
Of course, because why?
Shock.
Why
The
wouldn't
one-
you?
Shock
One-
horror.
One, I'm going to go topical, and one I'll go, which I'll probably more of a true answer. So topical one, I'll go for my Football Manager 2019 save. I took Preston North End to the Champions League final and won I won the World Cup with England.
Hey.
And I was minted and loved by everyone.
Was that the same Preston North End that just got beat off Celtic?
What's that?
No, we're playing playing Preston North End soon. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. My bad.
But if I'll be serious, I'll go for Detroit Become Human.
Oh, good shout.
Oh, okay.
Really good
Android
shout.
cleaners. What can we
Yeah.
go wrong with that?
But then is
So
it
nice.
But then is it right having androids as being your skivvies? Do they not deserve their own life?
Yes, I know. Yes, true.
It's getting a bit Blade Runner-y.
Yes.
But they're
Very
getting
good.
us achievements.
Wait,
it's
did you
quite a
say
simple
achievements,
world.
Dan?
Yeah, they'll get all
On a
those achievements.
PlayStation game?
No,
On a PlayStation.
if you lived in that world and you had robots doing what you wanted, your bidding, you could get them to do your achievement.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I get what you mean.
no,
yeah.
I like the mine achievement.
I
Oh,
thought-
yeah. He's making his wife an android.
yeah.
She's my bidding anyway.
So, well, I've heard. Did you
Ooh.
want salt and pepper anyway with that food?
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Yeah, it's nice, nicely finished.
Hey,
Yeah?
who,
Oh, cool.
who knows, Dan? You might actually get an android that can cook steak.
Oh, I
Really?
opened myself up for that one, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Oh, you. Yeah.
What about you, Dan?
For me, do you know what? I haven't had too much time to think about this, and the only place
Just
I
a
could-
week.
Just thought, yeah. I
Don't
didn't
hurt
look
your
at the
brain too
question.
much.
Well, there is that. I don't want to hurt.
Cooking
my
Mama's
brain.
World, where you can actually cook food.
Yeah, isn't it? What's the
Oh, no, wait a
chef
minute.
game that you can play with your wife?
Why do we even need to think of this answer? It's The Walking Dead. You get to spend time with Clementine.
To be fair, no, it would be. It takes two. I'd live in that world.
You'd want to be a little wooden figure
Yeah.
that gets
You
eaten
fucking
up.
weirdo.
That gets eaten up by a
Hang
vacuum
on, don't
cleaner.
spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Oh, it's
Yeah, there's
fine.
nothing right. You never die, and I get to spend time with my wife.
Yeah. Who, if it's really the game, hates your guts.
She will do if I talk any louder. Right. We are gonna go into our Project Game Pass game. It is Forza Horizon 4. I have not touched this game. I know. Did you all three get on? And oh no, okay, someone else didn't.
Yeah,
get on.
where
Ian
the
eventually did. Ross disappeared. Me, Jay, and
Ian.
Ian played it.
Yeah.
Okay, I know.
Where
I
the
tried
fuck
to.
were you, Ross? Huh?
I'm not gonna lie. I seen the messages coming out with, "Oh, it takes 4 hours to do it," and I thought, "Well, this is never fucking happening tonight."
It wasn't 4
It
hours, though. It really wasn't 4 hours.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what the fuck are they doing if it's taking this amount of time for them to get into it? The way Jay was talking, it was like this was a never-ending campaign that we would be waiting to the end of dawn to get to.
No, they did it
Don't
quite
get me
quickly,
wrong,
didn't
it
they?
was about an hour and a half, but not about 4 hours.
And yeah, by
So
the time I had seen that everybody was ready to jump on, I was like, oh, I've already told the wife that I wasn't gaming tonight. I feel like if I go back on this, I'm sleeping on the couch for the next week.
To game some more.
Well, this is true, yeah.
I tried jumping in on xCloud. I tried jumping in the party. That failed miserably.
Yeah,
And
you
then,
popped in
yeah, fuck. I was
and
like,
then
oh my
just
god,
disappeared.
what is going on? And then I tried driving, and I couldn't get the steering. So the controller's a little bit loose, the backbone. So I couldn't get, because I was in ice. I couldn't get the things
No, that's just the
going.
cars in Forza anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Ever.
they could have been that. So I'm going to jump on this week and see if I can get through the tutorial. I'm hoping I'm quite near the end, but yeah.
If
The
I s-
matchmaking was shocking. That
It was.
Yeah.
Jesus.
absolutely one of the worst I've seen it.
It took about 5 minutes and we just weren't getting anywhere.
if I sign in as you, Dan, can I play as your campaign, or will it just
You
pick
should-
up on mine?
Well,
No,
no, you should be
his.
able to grab my
Ah.
save. So yes, please. Thank you.
I'm thinking it'll be a lot quicker if I do it as well. So.
Oh yeah, damn right it will. Damn right it will. So if you want to join us for Project Game Pass, head over to our Discord. We have a server and a channel. I would say we're talking all about Forza, but we're not. We haven't even posted, I think, 2 messages about it. But yeah, jump in. That's where you can come play with us, and we can talk about Forza Horizon, or you can just laugh at how bad I am at driving.
think unfortunately it's almost at like the tail end of its lifespan now. But I think definitely for Forza 5, you will see a very active and very graphically pleasing side from the Xbox Tavern for Forza Horizon 5.
Are you already working on some things?
I've heard that there's another member in the reviewing circle that we have that is quite a big Forza fan, has done a few graphic things as well. So I plan on getting in contact with him to collaborate on some nice Xbox Tavern designs.
Oh, nice.
So
excellent.
keep an
You heard
eye
that
out
here.
for
Sexy.
little teasers pre-launch.
Heard that here first. Excellent. Right, let's jump into what we've been playing. Graham, what have you been playing this week?
I'll get one out of the way. Yakuza 3 is finally done. I've got back to it. And it's another one down. And I started briefly yesterday and a little bit more today. So I'm slowly getting through them all. And this one already feels much better than 3, which isn't that hard. But yeah, I'm on to 4 on that one now.
So glad to see the back end of 3 then, aren't you?
Yeah, it got better to once you kind of left the orphanage bit and you're back in Camarucho. But yeah, not much. The twist came way too late in that game for it to be any interest. I just wanted to get it done by the end of it. And the other game I was playing was my review game, Mythic Ocean, which is not really a game. It's almost one of the Ian's type of games that he likes, but there is some interaction involved. You're not quite a fish, but you're just floating around in kind of an ocean, talking to different beings that are gods, and basically each god has kind of a perspective of their world and environment, which touches on modern day kind of issues. So there's a god that's a little bit self-centered and wants to be where the fun is at, and only cares about everyone else but not too much of himself. Going to show about how people aren't too sort of focused on the right kind of things. There's another god that's twins who don't trust anyone else, and it kind of leans towards the kind of legal system to say, should people be punished if they don't follow the correct laws, and the difference between sort of a democracy and sort of living under a tyranny and stuff like that. So it gets kind of heavy in a weird kind of way. But
this looks really cute, and
that's what I was getting at. I really don't know the demographic aimed for here, because it's not like a challenge or anything. There's a little bit of searching. You search for different pages and clues, and it tells you about the last world that was created. And you read about all the difficulties that come through it. Oh,
this is where Ross is going to have an absolute...
Yo, bitches!
Oh, game on, cocksucker!
God damn it, Jay!
Hi! How are you? Sorry, Greg, carry on.
All the boxes are wrong.
Yeah.
So,
I was just saying, so it's a game that I have no idea what the demographic is. It's cutesy enough for like kids to be interested in sort of swimming around, talking to different fish and animals, but it's just the decisions you make and how you kind of educate
Why didn't I have this out already? So on YouTube, that is youtube.com/Xbox Tavern Official. You have got a Rogue Company Season 2 gameplay kind of breakdown. There is
Gameplays loosely.
Very loosely. You got Bunny Factory gameplay review by Corey. There is the Logitech G920 review from our man Ross.
Absolutely fantastic piece of gear, by the way. Just I can't keep saying it, but brilliant piece of gear.
And you also have Mass Effect glitch with Garius.
What?
Falling through the floor from our good man Pete.
Who fell through the floor?
Garrus. I didn't say Garius.
Garrus.
You didn't say Garius.
This is my
I did say Garius, yeah.
I was gonna let that slide.
Oh
but-
God, I'm not letting him do Garrus bad like that. Not a chance.
So anyway, if you head over to xboxtavern.com, you'll be able to see reviews such as Crashing Drive 3, Flatland Volume 2, also King of Seas, and Operation Tango review. So you can comment on some of these. Let us know what you think. If you've played these games, what you thought. Would be nice to interact with you guys.
Play Flatland. That's one I've been playing. Actually, no, you said that. That's good. That's
good.
one for Ian to play.
Oh, nice and quick then.
No, I think he'd throw his controller through the wall.
Oh, okay, maybe not then.
Ross, are you able to hit us with the Game Pass games?
Can you do
Someone else. That's
games?
fine.
No, can you do games with gold? That'll literally be 10 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Games. That's what he says.
Come on, you're supposed to be a professional. Come on.
All right. You ready?
Graham, go for it.
Games of Gold. So we got Planet Alpha from the 1st of July to the 31st. Rock of Ages 3, Make and Break from July the 16th to August 15th. Conquer Live and Reloaded from July the 1st to the 15th. And Midway Arcade Origins from July the 16th to the 31st.
Oh my God, has anyone seen what he's done to Jay on
It was the best I could do in a short space of time. Shut up.
Little Mini J.
Mini J.
Amazing.
He's in the show. Shut up, right? It was trying to work in a stressful environment.
Yeah, fuck you, Dan.
Brilliant. No, I
For those
enjoyed it.
YouTube viewers, it's based off genital size.
So,
Oh, Ross, you're very kind to me.
You're welcome.
I would have gone smaller. Ross, hit us what we've got with Game Pass this week.
So the ones that we missed last week, we had Dragon Quest Builders 2 came to the cloud on July 8th. We had Tropico 6 on the cloud, console and PC July 8th. And then, as I was saying, I've jumped into UFC 4, which came on the console on July 8th. In the week coming up, we've got Space Jam, A New Legacy coming on the console. The Medium, everybody
It's
who...
free to everyone. Sorry
Yes.
to cut you off there. It's free if you've got Game Pass Ultimate. So
Yes, because you can
download
do it
and
as
play
you could also have it from the first if you had the Game Perks thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure as well. The Medium coming to cloud. That means everybody who's not played it doesn't have an excuse because you can play it wherever you are now. One of the best games of the year. Get it played. Coming on July 15th. Farming Simulator 19 come to cloud, console and PC on July 15th, and Blood Roots again cloud, console and PC on July 15th.
Thank you, sir. Ian, what's leaving? Is there anything leaving?
Yeah, we've got leaving at the moment is Crosscode and UFC 1 and UFC 2 for EA Play as well. And I think also Downwell from Xbox for the PC is also leaving as well.
Okay. And Jay, you might as well take us out as you're back.
Oh no, you carry on, sir. Mine, this hotel Wi-Fi is terrible. I shouldn't have joined in the first place.
Why did you join?
No, it's fine, Jay. Don't worry about it.
ruined
It's
everything.
fine.
I thought it'd be funny if I just dropped in and said hello.
To be fair, it was quite hilarious.
It was funny.
It was funny to everyone except Ross.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think my Apple Watch is having a fucking meltdown because the heart rate just went from do woof.
Have you fallen over? I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
The emergency services are banging on the door in a minute. Russ.
How is your hotel room, Jay?
Well, I've literally been in it like 10 minutes, so far so good. It hasn't. There's no dead bodies in here, so.
When's the hooker coming?
Although,
Like I said, I've been in here 10 minutes. It's been and gone.
and that's
I'm
includes
plugging this.
that includes the shout out afterwards. Before you start, Dan, just because G's on the podcast, I wanted to give him a little shout out because he was ruining my podcast. I wasn't going to give him it, but fully recommend as a rum lover this new one.
What
It's
you got there?
beautiful.
House of Eldrick.
House of Elric. I'll have to look that up.
Dark
House
rum
of-
with caramel flavouring.
Oh, you've sold me.
Sounds tasty.
So
Oh,
there you
actually, speak not quite the same, but I did stop at the shops on the way home, and I found a little one of the ones you had, your Blue Moon Mango one.
I've died. Why have I died?
I don't know, but I'm gonna have one of them in a minute.
You are
Really
loving
special.
your bottle.
It's like
You
you're
look cross-eyed, like.
Why have I died? I don't know
proper in
what's
love with that
happening.
bottle of rum.
Yes,
He's
deep
reading
in
the
thought.
small print. Right, I'm plugging this up. Thanks for tuning in. For more Xbox Tavern content, please follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Xbox Tavern. To see all our written reviews, go on to xboxtavern.com. And for our video content, stop moving the bloody thing. Go over to youtube.com/Xbox Tavern official. I have been Daniel. Graham is being a pain in the rear end. Ian is Ian. Jay joined us for 10 minutes. Thank you so much. And
Token effort.
Ross has vanished.
I'm still
Folks.
here. I just don't have it on camera. Sorry, my bad.
Fucking
you later,
sort your
folks.
camera out.
Take care.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Goodbye.
Send gifts of Clementine of Chocolate Love 80.
Oh my God.
Clementine!
Chocolate Love 80. Chocolate Bear 80.
Recording
And
stopped.
we've stopped the recording. You motherfuckers.
That wasn't even